Good morning. So the next 2 days, I am going to be focusing with my husband to get a lot of the area around the pool ready, because tomorrow morning, fingers crossed, our pool is being opened. So let me just show you some things that I have to work on. One of which is going to be today, cleaning up a lot of the vegetation, because I'm finding that a lot of the areas we have to walk through is a little congested with some of our bushes and our plants. So let me give you a peek. Let me introduce you, by the way, to Potato. This is our robotic lawnmower. He's amazing. He goes pretty much from May through October here. Right now he's just cleaning up the section, the exact section I have to go to show you, but let's just wait for Potato to move. Come on, Potato. Any day now. All right. And there he goes, off into the wilderness. All right. So this is the gate, the side gate going to our pool. And as you can see, it's pretty congested right now. Last year, let me just open this gate. Last year we had a lot of rain and I neglected to trim a lot of this back. And we've had so much bird activity that I've had to wait till a lot of the birds left their nests. So for example, this holly bush here, as glorious as it is way overstepping its bounds over the pavers. And I didn't want to interrupt because at the time, if you can see, there was a bird nest in there. So now that the birdies are off and safe, I'm going to take care of that. We also have this lovely plant that I forget what it's called. I'm sure when I look it up, I'll put it on the screen. But it's just finished flowering and it's a cane version. So I'm going to chop a lot of this back, knowing that it's going to be just fine. I do the same thing to the exact same plant on the side of our houses every year. I just haven't done it to this one, and this one's become enormous. So I really would like to cut it halfway down and open this up. Also, as I go through this path or this jungle, I have some trimming to do on the sides, and then some random things are starting to grow in here. For example, this Japanese maple, that's not where I planted one. So even though I love Japanese maple and I love black-eyed Susan, some of this just doesn't belong here. So I'm going to clean this up because this is our pathway down over to our pool. Now, let me just show you, the other week I did do a bunch of cleanup. The same concept happened over here, but you can see now this pathway is nice and open. So I cut back a lot of this overgrown area here and I cleared up the path to get all the weeds. Now, some weeds have come back because it's been about 3 weeks since I've done this, but the goal is to have a nice open space. This path leads to what we call the diving rock. So when you jump in the pool, that's where you jump in. So that's my first task of the day. So I'm going to put my time lapse on and let's see how far I can get cutting through the forest over here, because there's a lot to cut. So I did a lot of chopping on one of these trees. I'll show it to you here. knowing that these grow back really quickly. But I did cut about 2/3 at least off of this. So now I'm gonna attack the pine tree, just clean up a lot of the dead branches. So at least this side, the heavy lifting's done. And then I'm gonna go back to this side where I started clearing off the holly. But then I have to start making a little bit more air flow for the rest of the plants around it because it's pretty congested. This plant, whoops. This plant that I just cut down, it has a sister right here. So I'm gonna have to do a similar thing here too, just to help, again, open up the flow of air between all these trees and these brush. Here we go. So if I step back, here's the walkway that originally we could barely get through. I chopped this guy pretty heavily. And don't stress for all my friends who think I just did something stupid. This thing grows back really quickly. This will flourish within the next month. These little canes here, they will start having little buds on it. And I'll probably, by the end of the season, it'll probably grow another 2 feet. So we're fine here. What surprised me with this pine tree, I had no idea there was another plant right behind it. So I'm gonna go in next and clean this up, trim that plant back, and this section then hopefully will be done. I then have to start working on this lovely plant that has just become a massive bush. This used to be just 2 or 3 little ground coverings, and now it's just this enormous beast. So I have to clean it back. Earlier this season, it was all the way, this bush was all the way over here. And so I did cut it back a little bit to allow the hosta to grow. But now that it's done flowering, I'm gonna go and cut it even further back just to allow the surrounding plants to breathe. But if I just do this, look, so much more space walking in. And I know it looks naked, you guys, but I promise you that will grow back. And now that I've opened this and I'll clean that guy back up, it'll just allow a lot more airflow to come through. In the meantime, look at these beautiful flowers. There's your birdie. Well, did a lot of work in that pathway, and it's not 100% done, but I have to take advantage of the time of the day to do a project behind me. I need to help do a little trellis for this climbing hydrangea. But before we do this, I am in this really neat spot where I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see, now that we've cleared a lot of those plants from the walkway, how it really opens the space from this vantage point. So let me just turn the camera around. It doesn't, I should have had it before or after, but when you look over here, this just looks gorgeous. Now, forgive the gardening tools over there by the fire pit, but I just think the colors and the contrast of the flowers, cutting all that back, nothing's wrong. And it's just nice, open and airy. And the bushes that we cut back, a lot of them in this area, these will all fill in over the next month. Oh, and there goes Potato. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get on the ladder and I'm going to get this trellised over, just because the weight of the vine is pulling it down, and my goal is for it to climb and grow on top. Also, you'll notice a lot of these lights have burnt out over the winter, so I'm going to also take the advantage of having a ladder to go up there and replace all of the light bulbs. So let's get that task done. So tomorrow when they start opening the pool, I don't have to worry about being in the way of the guys. So let's try that, get this done. So I'm gonna use some twine, and I'm gonna test using, these are things that I use for my tomatoes. So when the twine's like this, you put in this little channel, it closes on it, and then this part is where my finger is where you put it around the stem of the vine, and then you clip it like this. So the string is holding on to the ring, but the ring is not grabbing, it's just giving support to the vine. And I use these for my tomatoes, but I think this would also be a great solution to help the vine when it comes to the climbing hydrangea. So let's see if I can get this to work properly. I used the clips, and I was able to get 3 vines on those strings. I gotta trim this one over here. This one's looking a little messy, but what that allows is to help as the season continues for the vine to grow up. And then we have one almost getting to the top back there, which is great. So this guy has been growing for 5 years. It's a slow grower, but my ultimate dream, if I back up, is for it to go over the pergola someday. And then when it fills with its hydrangea, it will be a nice little blanket of snowy white. It'll be beautiful. Okay, so now I took care of that. Now for the lights. Almost 40 bulbs changed. I only had 2 that I didn't need to change out as far as new bulbs, so I'm glad I bought a whole new stack. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're moving all the furniture off from underneath the patio, not the patio, under the pergola. I'm gonna spray it down. We're gonna just put up some simple chair with a couple, table, a couple chairs. So tomorrow after they open the pool, then we'll decide to make it a little prettier. But for now, we'll just get it all staged. 7 hours. I've been out here for 7 hours. So it's time for me to put the tools away for the day. I think it was a very productive day. We cleared a ton out of the path. We prepared underneath here, under the pergola. We got the lights up. We got the furniture moved. I got the hooks in place actually for the hummingbird feeders that we'll put out tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I will just do a little bit last minute, maybe weeding around the waterfall area just to make sure it's as clean as possible before the water starts pushing all the debris into the pool. And yeah, when they start taking the cover off, I'll capture that hopefully. And then I'll power wash. I'll power wash the deck, power wash the, this wasn't a power wash I just did. This was just a nice, just rinse off. We'll do a power wash, and then maybe we analyze if there's anything else we want to add plant-wise to the area just for final touches for the summertime. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Today is pool open day, and it is raining. So I feel for these guys, but they're about to take the pool cover off. Woohoo! Let's see if that turns green. Ooh, we have a swamp. Delicious. And they're gonna have to drain a lot of that too. Hello, summertime peeps. This is day 3 of getting the pool ready. So if you'll notice behind me, the water, after showing you that lovely green that it was underneath the cover, now that it's stopped raining and it's allowed 2 days of chemicals to start eating away at it, we're not quite ready to go swimming. It won't be ready for at least another 5 days, but it's looking prettier. In the meantime, I need to attack the deck that I'm standing on. So I'm just gonna put the high-speed video on, and you'll get to watch me, woohoo, excitedly power wash the deck, and actually, hopefully, with time allowed this afternoon, hopefully I can roll out the new rug. If I don't do it, you see me in a different outfit later, it's probably because I ran out of time. I had to be taxi mom for the rest of the night, and I'll continue this in the morning. But we are super close in getting most of the back deck and the pool ready for summertime. So here we go. Yeah, this definitely won't be done tonight. Not only is there a lot more on the railings than I expected, I think I'm gonna need to do some spray painting of the furniture. So hang tight. I will do one more day of filming, which will be, I'm gonna actually put outdoor bleach to get the final stains that are on the patio taken care of for tomorrow. And while that is going on, I'm also going to spray paint, touch up some of the wrought iron furniture. Then we will spray down the rest of the deck, and then I will put the rug down, and we should be all set to go. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I started this video on Monday, and now it's Saturday afternoon. There's been a lot going on at the house, and I will just quickly show you what I did to the deck, what still needs to be done to the deck. But we're so much closer to actually enjoying the outside backyard for summertime. Not just for this summertime channel, but for the summertime. So yeah, let me turn it around and show you how everything looks. Well, the pool isn't blue, and there's still stuff in there, but we got the furniture set up, ready to rock and roll, and the pool is gonna get shocked again in a couple of days. The fire pit is ready to go for us to do s'mores. We just have to put in some citronella candles, but this whole area is ready to rock. And then, let me just do a little turn around here. You go up these stairs from the pool. We put down, as you saw, the rug, power wash this entire deck. Man, this was gross. Now I noticed that some of the cushions probably need a little cleaning just because they've been covered all winter, but we are ready to sit here and watch kids yell and scream as they jump in there. And then what took me so long yesterday, but it's so satisfying it's done. This pergola here was so green, but now look how nice and white and crispy clean. 5 hours of power washing, everybody. 5 hours. But we have our dining area, morning coffee area, our barbecue, and pool ready. Woohoo! And then let me go over here. I love this spot. So as you know, I love my secret garden. But over here, if you sit in this chair, look at the view you get. Secret garden, baby. Yeah. So that's it for this week. I'm gonna post this hopefully Saturday night, maybe Sunday morning. I hope you got inspired. If you are still opening your pool or getting your backyard ready now that the kids are getting out of school, Need some inspiration to clean it up so it's ready for the barbecues and the cornhole and all the other fun games. Then I hope I gave you that momentum. The next video you're gonna see, which is our Monday mindset that we're starting this week. Thursday, you'll have Thankful Thursday, and then Friday, the goal is Friday coming up, posting the primary bathroom getting painted. That's my Father's Day gift to my husband. So wish me luck that I picked the right colors and I changed the mood in there to feel a little fresher without having to do any major renovations. All right, everybody, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.